Hey everybody, welcome back to VRML for our final stream of today here on Channel 2. Will be a match between Mmmm and Team Salty, about to unravel. Now on the casting desk, I'm Palidore, and joining me for this cast, it's going to be Caption of the Legends. How's it going?
Oh, pretty great. I can't complain about anything. I'm always here for the late night cast. It almost seems, but you know, another game between two Quest teams that I've yet to see, and I believe we have yet to see one of them as well.
Yeah, so for Team Salty here, they've gotten, wow, voice crack. They've gotten a few streams, I think. Well, actually, no, I know because I remember the names. So there's a couple of these teams here who have the players with the namesake among their roster, right? Like you have Salty Tortoise, you have Salty Tuna Fish.
That's good.
So it makes it easier to remember. Then over on, oh, what was the other one? There's another team. Maybe I'm wrong actually. 'Cause you had was it Obsidian Waffles and Obsidian. There were two Obsidian players. Okay, that's the point. So I'm starting to make those neural connections now. I'm starting to remember where different players are just based on some of their names and things like that.
You haven't memorized 100+ teams already, Palidore?
Not yet. I mean, it's soon. Maybe. But okay, well, round one's about to start here. Will be the... there we go, Obsidian Nachos. That's absolutely correct. Thank you for that. Second Cats, you are the first place in terms of correcting me and at least helping me remember. I'm very appreciative as Mestic gets the disc here for Team Salty. Whoa!
Yeah, and going for quite the shot there, but that was a great play. I mean, all three defenders actually dived right onto the one player there, so they're going to just try to get this one passed around the bubble, but I think Mmmm is going to be clearing that one out.
Will be Mr. Christian with the disc. Now Mestic looking across, almost cut off pretty nicely, but we'll still receive it here. First 40 seconds off the clock, going cross to cross, but now will be lost. There is actually a midfielder though still, but right through the wickets and into the blue zone.
Yeah, and that bounce actually looked a little bit dangerous coming off that back. You almost got the angle perfect for a maybe on-purpose boop shot, as we like to call those shots. Totally on purpose, but a good boost going to be going out. It's going to be Milkman giving the fake, then putting it up high. Really great striking move coming out from Milkman, so Pi going to be taking the lead 2-0 in the beginning.
Yeah, the Milkman definitely with the special delivery into the goal. That was nice just to freeze up the defense ever so slightly, throwing in those fakes. Milkman looking a little bit like Strembitsky.
1, 2, 3 fakes, and that's what you got to be doing against these goalies. I mean, no matter what level you are, when you're a goalie that sees a lot of shots like these, I know a lot of the Quest players have been playing a lot of gold too, it almost seemed like, so a lot of these guys got to be getting pretty good, so the fakes definitely going to come in handy.
Oh, well, speaking of hands, just throwing them there with the stuns was Jackalope, but will be taken right back. The goalie here, all alone, trying for the goal. Another spin move will get it in off that tap back. Look at Mestic.
A little bit of flair, I guess you could say, on that shot. Missing it the first time, or maybe he didn't, but the pass to himself going to be going all the way down to the backboard and just getting that one behind. A little bit extra on that shot, Palidore.
And sometimes a little bit of extra is all you need. You know, double-sided sometimes going for those type of plays, they could mess a team up, but other times they can actually give you a lot of extra confidence, put you in a nice rhythm, and also discourage the other team. So, hey, it works out sometimes, and Mestic now, they're going to try and make it work again.
Yeah, and heavily contested, and really good job getting onto that pass there coming out from Pi, but nonetheless going to be passed back, but again, they're going to be able to get that one cleared out and onto the other side, but unfortunately that bounce not going to be the kindest for them.
And Salty Tuna Fish with the disc, looking for a very deep shot. Now will be slightly off, but taken here on the rebound. There's a couple players still hanging back, so they should get that no problem. Quick hello, by the way, Twitch chat. See Wonder stepping in there as well as Beat, along with Demon, along with Cats, and will not get the goal as I'm right here with Caption, and it's going to continue to go 2 apiece.
Yeah, and we're getting some good opportunities coming on, but it seems like Seems like Team Salty there is going to be the one team to really get this offense going. They've had the disc for quite a little bit in this game, and they're really good at getting the passes spread out along the floor. Maybe Mystic just trying to work this one back and forth. Unfortunately, a little bit off there, so Salty Tunafish is going to have to be getting back and trying to get that pass over, but again, just unfortunately a little bit off the mark, but really good recovery coming from Team Salty.
They're going for a lot of these side-to-side crosses, basically wall-to-wall. Not just your typical crosses. That goes pretty close to the goal. Will be recovered by Mr. Christian here, going for the clear. But yeah, so maybe I like what they're going for in positioning, but maybe even some shorter passes potentially, because yeah, these just wall-to-wall clears seems to be causing a little bit of trouble to actually get it into the bubble.
Yeah, and trying to spread the floor, they seem a little too close here, but they're starting to get themselves spread out a little bit. It's going to be Mystic giving that one back, so a great pass going out, and now looking for another one, but he's going to go for a juke, trying to get that one off the corner. Unfortunately, not going to quite get there, but off the backboard. Salty Tortoise, what a shot coming out there, going to put his team up 4-2.
Yeah, coming in pretty hot. Sometimes the Tortoise does win the race. It's 4-2 indeed. It's still plenty of time to burn on this clock here. See the viewers in the chat joining us, and as you might notice down there, I know we plugged it a lot, but Oculus venues every Sunday, don't you forget. Join us for the rest of the season on those events as we continue this event here in this first round.
We love us some venues, that's for sure. As much as we love this game going on right now as well, because pretty close game so far. I mean, 4-2. They're getting their passes going really well. Pie now looking to get something going off the shoulder there and coming down as Milkman. Once again, finding himself open from his team and just raining down a little bit of punishment.
Yeah, Milkman now from up above. I mean, just showing a lot of great offense. And I don't know. These teams, like I said, more and more as we get used to them, get used to the personnel and whatnot, I'll be surprised less than less. But just I do like, again, they went to the right area on the right pass. Even then, the defense had actually done a good job covering it off. That being said, but just yeah, showing the right moves, and for a team here again with Pi, who've not been casted yet, I'm impressed with what they're doing. Even that shot, like had that gone in, it was still very close. That would have been incredible.
Yeah, I was getting ready for that one. I mean, just finding that under the barrier. I mean, that's something I've tried many times, and that angle, especially specifically from where he was, it's not an easy feat to get that one even remotely close to that. There's a lot of different things that can throw your shot off. So that was actually a really nice shot.
Yeah, one of the more difficult places to hit from oftentimes, and especially with the defense nearby. But over here, the defense getting very close to Mystic, who just backs it out to Salty Tortoise, that is. Meanwhile, Tuna up high, inverted, looking for the pass to Mystic, losing that, but getting it right back. Actually, take it back.
Oh.
Just gonna battle up there with his stuns and kind of losing maybe a headset or something as they try and reset at the midfield, but not too much luck.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but we're going to be going for another one of those shots. But again, just a block going to be a little bit in the way there, so not going to quite make it. But it is going to be high. Going to be going there. A fast player coming in for the bubble. He's going to try to get that one up, but unfortunately just not going to the right spot there. So maybe some miscommunication going, but it's going to be Salty getting that one cleared out.
And now a straight lineup of players all trying to grab some boosts in that back line. Meanwhile, up in the front will be taken here by Mystic. We do get a crash, unfortunately, on the side of Team Salty on blue. So now going to be a 3-on-4 and desperation, especially with 3 minutes left. Any score is going to be not so friendly in the ways, especially being down a player here. So hopefully they can get him back soon.
Yeah, but for right now, definitely Team Salty going to be, or sorry, Team Pie going to be trying to take advantage of this one. So getting one pass, going one-on-one with the goalie, again with the fakes, just throwing those hands up in the air. Good job by Milkman. Once again, all 3 goals for Team Pie actually so far, making this game 6-4.
Yeah, call him a Milkman 40 because we're just seeing him do it from everywhere on the floor, every direction, and doing it with seemingly just good efficiency and ease. Very confident whenever Milkman's been driving it into that goal area.
Yeah, no surprise here. We are going to see a restart again. I'm not too sure what quite happened there. Definitely looked like a hard crash and unfortunate timing too. He was right at that disc and just not quite able to get that because the crash was in his way.
Yeah, you gotta hate it when crashes get in your way, and that applies to all facets of life.
But so far, Palidore, I'm actually quite surprised. I don't get to see too much of these newer teams play off, and definitely one big thing that's kind of surprised me so far is a positioning kind of positioning wise. They're actually setting up pretty well, I think, both of these teams right now, considering they've probably only had a couple months of practice,
Yeah.
if I'm right about that. So it's definitely something good to look forward to.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I was mentioning too, regardless of mechanics, or in the sense that regardless of if the shots connect or if the passes connect, just the mere attribute of being able to do the right thing, make the right passing plays, have some good positioning, things like that, which both these teams are showing a lot of. Yeah, it definitely makes it a joy to watch and shows good promise for them as a team. I think, especially with so many players. I mean, you got to figure there's going to be a lot of experimentation. There's going to be a lot of figuring out for a lot of these 160-some teams we have in the league now. But you know, the quicker that they do it, even on these first teams, like a lot of the times it'll take players multiple rosters, you know, to find maybe one that just suits their style or their chemistry the right way. But the fact that so many teams in the league, even off the bat here, are finding some good success with their initial teams or their initial couple rosters, just shows a lot of good things coming along the way in the not-so-far future.
For sure, and you can see that even our most dominant teams in NA right now have only been around, I think, since VRL Season 3, but that's an interesting boost coming out from Blue. Other guy facing backwards. Was that
Well, they reset it to the mid zone, which I think maybe they have recognized now. Which props to that, because a lot of the time teams also don't really recognize. But yeah, it definitely one of those types of situations where the eventual timeout button, which I'm still hoping for my birthday, can alleviate just to make it so players don't have to reset all the things in the proper places. It can get a little bit messy sometimes in the heat of a game.
Yeah, I mean, it's no fault to anyone. You're in the middle of the game, and you got to figure out all your time stuff. I mean, for the most part during these timeouts, I'm too busy talking to my teammates or yelling at them or laughing at them, whatever it is.
Yeah, or they're making fun of missed dunks, things like that.
Yeah, this is along those lines. Sometimes that happens and gets brought up in conversation, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, of course. It happens to us all. Happened to me before, but I don't think it ever got caught on video anywhere, so fortunate. In any case, yeah, we're just holding up here, waiting for apparently something. I think they're just resetting the scores. I thought, yeah, I wasn't sure because it was taking a little while, but yeah, I think just trying to make sure all the rules are in fact correctly set, times are set. They got that 6-4 there on the scoreboard, so very close match, as has been the case over and over again throughout these matches. This will be my fourth match this evening, and all of them, I mean, this one, we'll see how it goes, but all of them so far they've had overtimes, and they've been third rounds. So it's been the case for the last week plus. I'm curious if that trend continues.
I mean, that's something we always want to hope for. I mean, great matches. I only happened to catch the end of the Redshift Synapse game, but a fantastic showing, specifically from Redshift. I think and their defense was just really doing wonders for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That mentioned in that round, in the third round especially, it was just great dive defense to cut off and adjust. See Jason, yeah, must have had like 6 of them or something, where just perfect dives.
6 cents.
Yeah, exactly. 6 and 6 cents, indeed. And always just it's those nuanced things that really determine the difference between, you know, skill levels, divisions, things like that. At the goalie end of things, knowing when to dive or when to stick, always a handy thing. And see Jason definitely stuck the right dives and stuck in the goal and the right attempts as well to really bother them here and make those adjustments. Oh, look at that, just right off the backboard. Talk about some shooting touch. It was Salty Tortoise.
And a lot of accuracy coming in, even off the bounce, coming at 10 meters a second. So that was definitely a hot shot coming out of his hands, and going to be the shot to bring his team up by 1 as well. So that 3 might be very important for the remainder of this game.
Could be, because there it is, 1-point lead, a very fast rollout thanks to that speedy defense. And great grab from Tuna, important one at that, because the possession going back to teammates' hands here, already with a lead, less than 2. And another goal here will definitely get them some nice buffer.
Yeah, and it's going to be actually Mystic just working around almost the whole team, it seems like here, waiting for his teammates to get up. So good job stalling, but he's going to go for a shot instead. And he's going to find that one underneath, surprising the goalie, surprising me. Going to make that 10-6.
Surprising me too, but I guess I shouldn't be that surprised because there's actually been a few of those in these streams tonight across multiple matches where I really don't expect a shot or a goal, and then it happens. So not even the first for today, but that was a big shot. And speaking of buffers, that actually put them ahead by 2 goals now, making it all the tougher.
Yeah, and Mystic still going to be around kind of juking. I mean, we were talking about Milkman a little bit earlier, doing a lot of great things for his team, but what about Mystic over on the other end? I mean, just all around the disc right now, working around with Salty Tunafish in this offensive zone.
Absolutely, and they're just getting a slap through there. Mystic, like you said, all over it. Off the backboard, won't go, and off the tap, it will be rebounded still yet by blue team here, Team Salty, with a nice 4-point lead in 40 seconds.
And it's interesting to see here. It almost seems like they're going with a kind of a 2-person offense in a way that they always have someone around the bow tie area for a reset. And just as I say that, contrary to what I said, they now put 3 people in the bubble, but still able to get that one through. They're definitely getting bounces going towards them right now. And just, again, Mystic going to be slowly working around the whole team. Went for a shot again, but what a great steal coming out from Jackalope to get that one out to the other end.
Now some speedy boost coming through from all players involved here, but with the clock running down, no matter what, it's going to be first round going the way of Team Salty, trying to defend one more time, anchoring, juking, and no, oop, it's going to be denied by Mr. Christian.
And getting it done on both ends there right at the end, getting a save to make this game 6-10. We want to get that 4-point lead going into next round. No momentum, trying to switch over to the other team. So a great showing by both teams, though.
Oh yeah, it was right up until the last minute yet again on one of these matches, and as a result, I'm fully expecting much of the same. I guess knock on wood or knock on door, but I'm expecting the same kind of thing next round.
Yeah, definitely those two, that big surprise shot, I think, is definitely what caught them off guard. I mean, a lot of momentum going to go up there. It's 6 points, give yourself a 4-point lead. That's got to be a pat on the back going towards Mystic there at the end, and definitely going around to the other side. I know stats have been cleared. I don't know if you have them up. You do, okay. Milkman coming away for his team, scoring all the points over for Team Pi.
Oh, I thought you said, bye, so I was about ready to leave. But no, we're here. We're still back. And the second round will be starting, and teams, in fact, did reset the time to the correct spot, so I'm even more grateful for that because, as usual, I even forgot. So, like I said, if after all this time I still forget those things, don't blame the players when they do. But yeah, the time's correct, the rules look correct, so we're good. Going in now for this second round start here, and it is a Team Salty player there, Mystic, of course, with a disc, but having it lost, and now Jackalope the clear.
Yeah, and a good clear getting out there, and Mystic really trying to get that one working, but unfortunately pass just going to be missed more or less. And right here, again, just a little bit of struggles trying to get that disc, and a little bit of struggles trying to get that one cleared out. So might switch possessions, but it's actually going to be Mystic beating everyone to the disc.
Oh, and just barely maneuvering around all that defense. Look at 3 different players trying to pile up, but not going to stick too long. But getting a great grab is Jackalope, trying to wrangle it in and find the teammates' quick succession of passes, getting them the very successful shot. And of course, it's Milkman 3D getting the opportunity.
Yeah, Milkman coming through again, and that was a great reset going over to Bowtie. That was just exactly what they needed at that point in time to get themselves set up. And it found them another 2 points, so it's going to be a 2-0 right off the bat, just a minute through the game.
Oh. And a reset at that, apparently. Although, technicalities would say, I believe, assuming this is coming from Team Salty, they already took their tech timeout in the last round. You do only get once per match. You can take 5 minutes between rounds. Any team can take 5 minutes between rounds if they wish, and it doesn't count towards any allotted timeout thing. But yeah, unless I'm mistaken, and both of these tech timeouts were taken by Salty, not exactly by the books there.
That's for sure.
But also not a lot I can do sitting here. So
yeah, we're gonna have to wait to see if Pi decides to do anything about it. And that's going to be the other thing about the newer teams too, is I don't know if they're going to 100% know the whole rule book. So we see if they even know about that rule.
I was gonna say that's kind of the other thing too. So it is, to a large degree, the responsibility of the teams to know. So, for instance, if Pi, if they're not aware of this rule, and thus aren't saying anything or pinging someone to, make that enforcement, that just means both teams didn't know the proper rule in that situation. So,
Yeah.
makes it a bit tough. That said, Team Salty here, and I can only assume these teams will watch the VODs after. So, I mean, ultimately, no harm done, of course, but just note on the rules there as we do get started here again back into round 2. And
Yeah, and I mean,
Gilligan,
no
what's
harm,
up?
no harm done for sure. I mean, if both teams agree to do it, then I mean, not much you can do. It is what it is, and they're still up 2-0. So looking to maybe continue on that, but this gonna be started in the middle. But both teams just gonna play it through.
Perhaps indeed. So, all right, well, off it goes. I just like the fact that someone on stream said rule, and then Gilligan, bat signal, basically, arrives.
Mr. Mod.
Well, either way, trying to see if they can get themselves on the score sheet again. But just a good grab from Jackalope. That's yet another steal. Is that at least a couple, maybe a few nice defensive plays just like that before this boost comes in?
Yeah, and specifically from Jackalope too. I mean, we've been saying his name a couple of times off these clears and these great defensive plays. So you're looking for him to make some more of those. But some great passing here going over from Team Pi, but unfortunately going to be stolen and sent back the other way. Team Salty going to get that one out.
Yeah, and as it slowly glides into the opposite end, will be eventually taken here by Milkman. Now, Milkman down below needs to watch out for some boosted players coming through, and there's a stun. There's the bounce. Oh, and they trounced it. It's Jackalope making a beautiful shot from 33 meters.
And that's just as they say, we're going to be saying his name a lot more. He just goes ahead from half court and throws one of those low bounce shots right at the goal. A great shot coming out from Jackalope, and 5-0 now for Team Pi. That's definitely something they were looking to do.
Yeah, that was a very nice hit for sure. Again, this team here on Pi making their stream debut. They have been playing for a couple of weeks, but one of the small handful of teams who just haven't been able to get on a stream until tonight. So I'm happy we got to do that because we're hovering right on those 90% of teams of the 160 teams have been casted. So the list is ever the smaller now, but I'm really glad we got to getting to see the debut of Pi, and that they're playing as well as they are too. Very impressive.
Yeah, and it's going to be Salty Tunafish going off for that, or that was Tortoise, sorry. He was going off for that backboard, another backboard attempt, not quite getting these, so maybe something to switch up the offensive approach, but nonetheless, they are there back with the disc, so again, a really great recovery. They do have a man all the way back, more than likely just looking for a clear if they lose possession, but a three-pointer going to be coming from Tortoise at the end of the day, so 5-3.
VRML 2, Gilligan's a mod. Is there a Dakin lurking somewhere in the back? That's the only way that makes sense. Scares me with how busy and he is and still manages to spy on me at the same time. Anyway, welcome, I think, wherever you are, Dakin man. And we're going to continue on with this round.
Well, this round's going to be still going in the way of Team Pi, but this backfield boost going to be coming out for Team Salty as they try to get this one cleared out. And a good clear going out and actually maybe meeting the hands of Tunafish.
And now trying to meet the goal, but will not be the case. Milkman 3D, a pretty hot hand in the first round. See if they can continue there with some stacks. You can see just in the back line. Going to be recovered fairly easily there. Mr. Christian has a little time to spare, and a bounce will actually, fortunately, find its way to Salty Tortoise. But yet more bounces. It's really kind of getting stuck until finally we get a clear into the orange end.
Yeah, and a lot of these random clear bounces I'm noticing too actually look all horrifying, at least from my angle. They're all going dangerously close to the goal, it seems, almost every time. But it's going to be a Team Salty again, just picking up these clears and able to get themselves set up on offense.
And now just maneuvering on the floor, Tuna swimming there. and I'm not able to hit. Actually, I take it back because there's Tortoise. So the fish finds a turtle, and they huddle in for the goal. It's a tied-up game. I mean, there you go. It's still neck and neck.
And what a great move coming out from Tortoise. I mean, reading that coming off the back wall, unfortunate enough as well. All the players from Team Pi there just unfortunately missed it, but able to get that redirection, spin himself around the pole, and get that 2 points, ties this game up at 5 apiece, and we're just halfway through.
Yeah, it is just continuing to be a night and a week full of these very competitive games. Let's see here on this shooting play. It's Tortoise. No one in the way to stop it. And it's a 3-point advantage now because of.
And we've seen all these players. We've seen Milkman last round doing wonders for his team. We've seen Mystic last round doing wonders for Team Salty, but now Salty Tortoise, all 8 points coming out for Team Salty right now. I mean, he's doing a great job down at the offensive end.
Absolutely. And now on the offensive end, launching out. Wigan with the disc over to Jackalope now, and Jack trying to get it over to the opposite side. The stacks not really able to get together here for Pi. So needing to act here because indeed 3 minutes left in this round. The first one being taken there by Salty. So need to defend this one and try and get back, but instead, no, it's Tuna Fish with the 2-point dish, and it's up by 5.
And you got to get up on that as well. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. I mean, he threw a couple of those fakes out from the shoulder before he got that one out, and actually threw the goalie a little bit out of position. Just something that's very important to do from the striking end. Just get those fakes out, and it does more than enough for you there. And that's another 2 points going out for Team Salty.
Oh, look at the pass, though, weaving it through. However, meeting them on the other end was a great stun and steal from Salty Tuna Fish. Now another nice woven pass. Very impressed by the Team Salty passes coming on in at the moment, as it does roll back into the goal and then out again.
Yeah, and a great stun there coming out from Tortoise, as he was able to get that one over, but just recouped once again back into Pi's hands. But again, getting it back at the midfield line has been a really big thing for Team Salty, to get it back from around the midfield line and recover it off their own misses and just start working the passing around.
And yeah, now another clear. We're kind of seeing on both ends as well. We have these deep backliners, borderline perma-goalies at times. But over here, just getting out of the goal and getting stuck in the midfield, just back and forth with the ping-pongs. And let's see what happens. I mean, again, no team really gaining firm control as yet another clear goes out.
Yeah, meaning its way all the way to the other end, but it looks like it's going to be recovered from Team Pi. Maybe rushing that one a little bit too much, though. He did have a lot of time on his hands, but fortunately still going to be recovered from Team Pi. All of the players over for Team Salty are pretty much playing at least in the midfield, though not an easy clear, but still able to squeeze that one through.
And with 1:38 left, every one of these turnovers definitely need to cut them down if they do want to come back and force this third round here. So Pi, they will have the disc again, but let's see if they can get a pass anywhere and just make some controlled plays into the front line. But again, just a tough miss, maybe unforced error, and will luckily be taken back by Jackalope here.
Yeah, and Jackalope once again getting it on that steal with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Unfortunately, though, that headbutt not going to be quite doing it for them, but a great boost coming back from Salty Tuna Fish, as he's able to get that turnover going for his teammate, trying to get something going, but a great leech from Milkman.
And Wade I Am is there with a disc as Salty Tuna Fish trying to not miss, going off that quarter into the bottom of the floor. There is a teammate there, and almost the score. Wigan coming through, probably Wigan out on that one as Milkman, well, some spilt Milkman, as Tuna Fish spins and tries the dish, but no tuna dish for Tuna Fish.
Yeah, 30 seconds left, or around 30 seconds, so if they can get something going down quickly, they can certainly still have a chance to get back into this game. But unfortunately, once again, that unexpected three-pointer's gonna be the event that kind of makes them not being able to get back on this with just a couple of seconds left. That is going to be Team Salty gonna be taking this one in sweeping fashion.
Yeah, I'm that shot, maybe it was just me. That looked way faster than 17. That looked like a 22 somehow. I mean, that came off hot. But that was a big hit there to win it, to end it, to ice it. And Team Salty now. This is their second match of the day, I do believe, as well. The one earlier going unstreamed, but they're going to come away with a win to end the night and this Wednesday night here.
Yeah, so great week coming from Team Salty, but a really great game coming out from both teams. I mean, definitely something that was really fun to watch. I mean, close 2 games. Pi really taking it at the beginning of this game. Unfortunately, just not able to hold on to it. Team Salty did a really good job of passing around and getting those shots going in. Definitely getting those unexpected shots to be going in, especially near the end of both games. So, great games from both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, in the stream debut for Pi here, even though I'm sure they would have wanted the win, of course, still can't be too disappointed on the whole effort there. Still, nice positioning, great effort there. They were going for the right plays. You had some nice scoring outputs and shots there. I mean, Milkman, the 8 strong points for sure, but then like Jackalope had that great bounce, that great shot from deep, I should say, from the bottom ramp there, around 33 meters or so out. We had 4 saves as well for Jackalope, the 3 steals. I mean, the 29 stuns. That's a lot of just heavy-handed defense for Jackalope. And we had Wiggin in there still with an assist and a save. Wade with an assist and some stuns. So everyone getting some assists at the very least to contribute to the overall effort.
Yeah, and even though the loss went to his side, I think Jackalope there did a really good job of trying to place himself at getting a possible player of the game there. I mean, really outstanding performance for him, especially on the defensive end, just to get over there, get all those steals, and get them down for his teams, and a couple of nice shots. But over on the other end as well, I mean, Mystic, Salty Tunafish, and Salty Tortoise, which I believe were the 3 that were on offense for the most part, doing a fantastic right in their own respect as well. I mean, great shots coming out from all of them, and the Stees as well, I was surprised to see just really good from them as well.
Yeah, definitely was some of that flair added into the game. I see Beat in the chats there saying all of her shots are like that. Tuna has an interesting style. So yeah, just taking a note on that zinger, that fling at the very end. And there were definitely a couple of those attempts, and we saw, like you mentioned, those almost tornado-like spins. I don't even want to call it a whirly-twirly take from Synapse. So the kind of spins that they were throwing into some of those shots, it was an extra level. It was tornado, definitely. It was a cyclone, basically.
Cyclone spin, that's a nice name for it.
Oh, I do like that. How come I haven't? I should have named it that before. I like that a lot.
I don't know. I think we just came up with a new name, though, so
yeah.
I think we've had a more than successful end stream.
Yeah, I agree. All right, no more whirly-twirlies. It's Cyclone from here on out.
Cyclone spin.
And
Cyclone cycle.
Yeah, well, before we head out, just a quick shout-out to those who stopped by. I saw 5-Spotted Dog, little up there on the scrolling list. I know I missed some of you guys while you were chatting, but appreciate you for stopping in, along with Gilligan, of course. Dakinman, Dakinman, wherever you are, even though you didn't respond to me. I know you're there because I saw you're giving mod privileges to multiple of our mods now. So just lurking. That's fine.
Lurking.
That's fine.
Lurker.
But yeah, shout out to him, of course, and to all our league mods. As always, Wit Nada, Sneaky Evil Princess, Alacost, Gilligan, Echo Dano, and Dano McFabulous. Shout out to Moose, and once again, Beat and Cats earlier on, as well as Demon Sword, Galactic Rift. And now I think we can indeed shift. Oh, Kiwi Keith, can't forget Kiwi Keith. Welcome and goodbye from the stream. Yeah, that'll do it for us. There is actually technically one more game. Well, it's not until tomorrow, which is to say like 4 hours from now. So early morning OCE. Well, we'll see. Not making promises, but if I happen to be awake, I just might. We'll see. But either or, that will definitely do it for the streams on this Wednesday here in NA. But until next time, Beat giving me a little ooh-woo. Oh boy. You know what? No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna keep feeding into. No. This stops tonight. No, just kidding. Whatever. This has been Palidore. That's been Caption.
Oh no.
This has been VRML Week 4. It's been a slice of something, slice of tuna, fish, or something, tortoise. I don't know. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, be good to each other. We'll see you again real soon.
Bye-bye.